Hey everyone, how y'all doing? I got a cool little multi-tool to show you. I found this on Amazon and I thought it looked pretty interesting, so I checked out a couple of YouTube videos on it. I can't remember what channels I watched now, but it sounded like a decent little tool. And for like $21, I decided to pick it up, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been carrying it, using a little bit. But yeah, it's a Nextool Night EDC multifunctional knife. It doesn't even say multi-tool. It says multifunctional knife. Now on the back here, before I forget, it says materials is 420J2, 420J1. I don't know what parts are made out of what. I don't know the difference between J1, J2, tell you the truth. So I don't know what the knife blade is made of. I assume it's 420J1 or 2. Yeah. Also in the box comes with, uses a little manual with a, it's blown out. Tell you what each tool function is. But yeah, I thought this was pretty neat. Slim-ish. It's like 1/2 of a multi-tool, like a 1/2 of a Wave Plus, right? I kind of wanted it because it has all the same tools plus one other tool that my Victorinox Pioneer X has. Now, you know me, you watch the channel, I carry this all the time. I use this a lot. This rides in my left front pocket with this suspension clip, and my phone sits down next to it. So I always have this, but I thought, well, let me check this tool out, because it has all the tools this has, plus one extra tool, and see how it works. So that's why I got it. And you can see there's quite a difference, especially in thickness. If this was hanging in my pocket and this is clipped in my pocket, you can see this is quite a bit thicker in my pocket than the Victorinox. And this obviously weighs more. The Alex Pioneer X weighs 3.4 ounces, and that's with a suspension clip. This weighs 4.6 ounces, so 1.2 ounces more, a little thicker, a little longer, takes up more room in the pocket. But yeah, let's go over the tools and stuff. Let's do, well, look at the outside. On the outside you have rulers. You got a inch scale and a centimeter scale. So the centimeter goes up to, I guess, 9.5, 10. Inch goes up to 3 3/4. And if you go all the way to the end of the tool, it's 4 inch. Does have the pocket clip. That works pretty decent. Goes in and out of pocket easy. Slides in and out nice. You do have to kind of, because it's thick, kind of finagle it into your pocket, because you'll just get caught down here trying to just shove it in. But yeah, let's go over the small tools. And when I get these all out, go over the side camera, get a little closer look. But you got a full 3D Phillips head screwdriver. It's pretty pointed. It's between a #1 Phillips and #2 Phillips. It worked on everything I've tried. But what's cool is it has a half stop and then it has a soft stop right there at what, 45, and then straight on, and it's down the centered, and that actually works pretty good. Does have back spring, double back spring, so it's all these small tools are non-locking, but some of the tools have really strong back spring, including the Phillips. I mean, it takes quite a bit to push it over, but it's easy enough to open and close, but I don't think it's going to fold up on you real easy. So you have that, and this is one tool, the one tool that the Pioneer X does not have, and that is a very short file. Now you got crosshatch on one side, and you got single hex or hatch on the other side, and it's not the best file. Definitely not the best file out of any of the ones I'm going to show you of the other multi-tools for comparison. But it works on wood. I'm sure it'll take a metal burr off something. But yeah, so you got a short little file, and it's kind of, one thing is kind of difficult to find the thumb nicks and things to open each tool up, right off the bat. Yeah, let's go over here on this end. Have a, what they call a drill awl. So you have an awl reamer drill, and it does drill. You can see here, and you can drill a hole. That almost folded up on me, so I'm not being too awful careful. So it does, and if you hold up here, it kind of has like a little spot to put your thumb, so you can keep it from folding up. So I like that. Actually, when I was doing it, I kind of gripped it in that spot naturally, so that's cool. Then you have your standard flathead screwdriver bottle opener, and it does have this notch for what to use as a wire stripper. I haven't tested that, but that's pretty sharp. Flathead, I tried that out. That worked pretty good. Have not tried the bottle opener. So then you have a can opener, which I never use. It's kind of a wasted tool to me. And Multitool Special that has it all that I can use for a scraper and a digger. If it doesn't have an awl, then I'll use that for that purpose. Digging grease or paint or something out of a bolt head, screw head, cleaning out a crevice or something. That's what I use the can openers for. But yeah, that's your small tools. Bring it over here. Got a nice Phillips head screwdriver. Let's close out. So that's got a decent stop to it. Then it's got a back spring. And it's got a half stop plus kind of a soft 45. The little file works somewhat. Not the best file by any means, and it's short. You can't get too much of a stroke, and that's the loosest tool in this thing. It tends to kind of flap down a little bit like that. But then you got your can opener, which I have not tested. I assume it works like it's intended. Bottle opener I haven't tested. Screwdriver I have. The wire stripping notch I haven't. You can see that right here. And then the drill reamer. It's not super sharp, but it's got one heck of a point on the end, so you can puncture with it. So they're the small tools. Now let's get to the big tools. I'm saving the scissors for last, but let's check this knife blade out. One hand open, it's got a little deployment hole. Swing that out. And it's a rather large sheep's foot blade. Feels sharp. Like I said, I don't know the steel it's made out of. It's either 420J1, 420J2. But yeah, it's about, they list as a 3.11 inch blade. I measure it with tape measure 3 1/8. Flat grind, pretty decent. I've cut some cardboard and stuff with it. Paper, cuts paper. So I could use a stropping or something. Cardboard. It cuts cardboard. It's kind of thick. It's fairly a thick blade with a short grind. So it took a little bit to get through that, but it did. Not too bad. This is actually the box I cut with it. I cut it up. This is good stuff right there. But yeah, the blade is locking. It's got a liner lock right here. So bring back over, show you the blade. Decent blade. I'm sure it's not going to hold an edge forever. Might be comparable to some other multi-tools. But yeah, right here is the liner lock. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, lockup is good. There's absolutely no play. There's no play in the blade, so that's good. And then, probably the best feature of this is a pretty nice pair of scissors, and they're pretty big. And they're right here. You just open them up. Now what you do, you open it all the way, take the handle, go like that. That releases a spring that kind of, this part has like a detent. And then you got a pretty nice pair of scissors. Now, whatever reason, the scissors are locking also with a liner lock. So, I don't know. I'm not worried about the scissors on anything else closing on me, but it's locked up. And these things, let me tell you, paper, there's really no reason to test paper, right? It just, look at that. They're sharp. I don't even have to, open or close and slide it. It'll cut the cardboard. You can see I did down here. But yeah, you can cut the ends and the tips, or you can get down deep in there and it cuts through that. That's single ply corrugated cardboard. Cuts that no problem. Something like a bubble envelope. If you've gotten any old lights recently, you recognize this. But yeah, I mean, cuts that right up. Paracord. Watch this. That was on the tip. Down bottom. And that's a loose end. I'm not holding it tight. That's just making it snow. But yeah, a pretty dang good pair of scissors. And they're pretty precise. You can get right to the very tip and cut. So that's they're pretty nice. Not a real sharp point on there, they're kind of blunt, you know, at the end. But yeah, and like I said, these locking, you just lock, hit the liner lock, fold it up. But I find it interesting how, see, just do it over here. You open it up, and you take the handle, open the handle, and that goes over. It's like there's a detent ball there, and then you got scissors, and these are really nice. And I'm going to keep these out, and I'll dig the scissors out, a couple of other things. Let's do that right now. So on the Victorinox Pioneer X, you can see the size difference, quite a bit larger. Find them on the Victorinox Spirit X. Actually even larger yet. That's the only thing I don't like about these, is they don't open very far. These lock also. But yeah, size comparisons. I already did the Spirit X, so you can see the difference here, especially in thickness, how it rides in my pocket. Quite a bit bigger. Leatherman Skeletal CX has a pocket clip, so they both be riding this way. This is a lot thicker, but it's, you know, half as wide. Okay. Victorinox Spirit X, a little bit shorter, but again, half as wide. Spirit X is thinner. This is a thick boy. And the Leatherman Wave Plus, again, it's half as wide, but it's a lot thicker than the Leatherman Wave. And the Wave Plus, I haven't carried on my belt. When I carry it, I carry it in a pouch. This has been living in my EDC bag. And I do have a clip for the Wave Plus. The Spirit X, I'm not sure if you can buy a clip for this or not, but this carries on my belt. The Leatherman Skeletal CX, I can clip this in my pocket, or I like to hang it from my belt loop with a carabiner here. But yeah, but all these tools, okay, are pliers based. Obviously, this does not have pliers with it. So I've been carrying this, and I haven't been carrying any of the other bigger multi-tools. So I've been clipping this in my left front pocket, and I can still put my phone down next to it. They don't really rub or hit. They just kind of ride nice together. Like I said, this is a lot thicker, I notice it. But, because I like to have a pair of pliers, I've been carrying my Knipex Cobra 5-inch water pump pliers, the 125s, in this little sheath, or this little slip, which I got from Smoky Mountain Knife Works for like $3 maybe. I used to, if I did this, I'd throw it in my back pocket, but now I'm carrying a bifold wallet from the Nutsack Clipster wallet. There's too much in my back pocket. I've been throwing this in my front right pocket. And yeah, rides okay in there. I have my Zippo tape measure next to it. I might have my Victorinox nail clip kind of sitting on top of that. And whatever knife I'm carrying, clipped in my pocket, and there's no problem. So I have a backup blade, a kind of large backup blade, nice pair of scissors. I got a Phillips head screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, a couple other implements, a little file, and I still have pliers. So this makes a pretty decent combination. I'm liking it. But yeah, again, video's way too long. So I guess that's all I got on this. The Nextool Night, KNIGHT, 12 function multifunctional knife. And yeah, guess that'll do it. So do the usual like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. And until next video, bye.